What's up? What's up? What is up?
I have spent my life searching for the answers that my father and my father's father.
What's up? What's up? If you're watching, say hello.
Why did they create the vast monoliths that litter our planet? How did they harness eco, the life energy of the world? What was their purpose? And why did they vanish? I have asked the plants, but they do not remember. The plants have asked the rocks, but the rocks do not recall. Even the rocks do not recall. Every bone in my body tells me that the answers rest on the shoulders of a young boy. Oblivious to his destiny, uninterested in the search for truth, and rejecting of my guidance. And why would he want to listen to old Samus the Sage anyway? I'm only the master of great ego, one of the wisest men on the planet.
What's up, Meister?
So it seems the answer begins not with careful research or sensible thinking. Nay, as with many of fate's mysteries, it begins with but a small act of disobedience.
Hey,
What's up, guys?
all green stuff told us
What is
not
up,
to come.
everybody? Turn this up a little bit. Oh,
Continue your search for artifacts and eco. If the locals possess precursor items,
it has
you
been
know what to do.
17 years
Anybody who strays from the village.
since I've played this game.
Attack it, you tell.
That is nuts. So I am playing on...
Doing here anyway, Jack? This
I didn't know this opened up straight to cutscene. I'll just talk after the cutscene's gone.
Huh? Oh, stupid precursor junk.
I will say this is the PlayStation 4 remastered version. What's up, Soul King? You're telling me surrender to the souls in the Twitch chat. This is kind of like, this is a little bit like Dark Souls.
Now I like precursor orbs and power cells as much as the
Similar.
next guy. But if you ask me, they must have been real losers. Wow! How did you do that?
But this is the PlayStation 4 remastered version. It's widescreen, which it wasn't before. The eyes are cracking me up, though. They're like kind of pixelated. I got this with the Uncharted Lost Legacy collection.
What?
And it came for free when you pre-ordered it.
Okay. I'm fine.
Meister, I did not watch your animation. I will check it out, though. I will check that out. I forgot last time.
What in green tarnation do you two want? Don't tell me. Instead
What's
of
so
being
funny about this, I don't know if I
two
will.
of you went mucking
I'll
around
probably do a
the
hangout maybe
only
eventually
place I told you
on
not
this,
to go.
but
Misty Island.
That's right. And then
And Daxter,
they
you finally took a much
really
needed
changed
bath.
this freaking whole series up after Jak 2. They, man, now he's annoying at this age.
Because in my professional
But
opinion, the change is an
they really changed up
Besides,
the series. In Jak 2, there was a sense back then of just like, I don't know, dark, edgy stuff. Like you had Shadow the Hedgehog, that kind of funny like level of Hot Topic chains, stuff like that. This is in the early 2000s, and
I would teleport you there, but I can't do that either.
this was just a funny time, and it goes from this happy kind of platformer in the first one to this wacky second and third game. And I ended up liking Ratchet and Clank from this generation of games more, which was made by Insomniac Games. They had their own platformer, Ratchet and Clank, their own duo as well, Jak and Daxter, Ratchet and Clank.
All I would need is 20 power cells to give it enough energy to withstand the canyon's heat. Isn't that right, Daddy?
Yes, Kira, that might.
But I have not played this game in
But where
17
a boy
years, so.
and a half going to get 20 power cells.
From the villagers. Most of them have a power cell or two stashed away somewhere. And even if they aren't willing to just give them away, greasing their palms with a few precursor orbs should do the trick. And I bet there are even more of them out in the wilds just waiting for some brave adventurer to find.
Well, we've got the brave adventurer at least.
Brave
How's everybody
adventurer.
doing tonight?
You two couldn't find
Soul
your way out
King,
of the village
are you
without
still playing some
training.
Souls games?
Before you do anything else, you better go
Meister
through
G
the
says he
woods
never
and
got to
get some
play these
practice on
games.
Geyser Rock.
Perfect time to jump in now. I think you said you had a PS4. Got the first through the third and the kart racing game, Jak X, as well. So, Jak and Daxter. Okay, this is the...
This device is a communicator. With it, my father and I can give you advice at any time.
Man, this is taking me back. Man. I've played like Crash Bandicoot before I've played these. Like recent-wise. It's cool to see this in widescreen. Just taking this all in for a second. The camera is kind of weird. A little bit weird. But this game is, so I know quite a couple things to talk about this game. So, first off, I played this game when it came out in 01. I believe it's 01. Sue me if it's not. But this came out in 01. And this was the first kind of like platformer that I remember from PlayStation 2. I was 10 years old when I first played this. 10 or 11. I might have played it 02. But this, I really had a good time with this. This and Ratchet and Clank and stuff. I remember seeing advertisements for this and I was like, oh my gosh, it's from the same people. I recognize the logo from Crash Bandicoot. I have got to freaking play this game. And, I got it for a birthday. I think I got it for Christmas or something like that. In this game, oh, my freaking battery's low. Goodness gracious. This game is actually one of the first, for those that don't know, and I'm actually going to say the first kind of bigger world. Like you can go as far as you can on this map with no loading times. And that's something I think we've began. Tomato. We have begun to take for granted, you know, in this generation of consoles and stuff. Oh, I got some hearts. But this game would let you run from area to area without loading times, and at the time, and we came from PlayStation 1 with like they couldn't even freaking load the whole environments at once. Like the jump from PS1 and 64, that 5th gen era of games, to this was incredible. Looking back on it now. So you could run through no loading times, and sure enough, that would be kind of a trend that would continue. Whereas now we kind of expect that.
Shaped things are precursor orbs. Collect enough of them, and some of the villagers will give you a power cell.
Meister G says, I'm sure I like it because Naughty Dog is my favorite developer. Hey, mine too. Naughty Dog deserves all the credit they can get for the quality of their games that they've made. Every single game I like from them. There's not one where I'm like, you can skip it. Like every single game is worth checking out. Zinzu, what's up? I am doing great. Thanks for asking. How are you, Zinzu? What's your name from? Zinzu. Give me the backstory on Zinzu. The origin story. But yeah, this they just put so much care in their games. I mean, you know that, Meister. It's your favorite developer, but yeah, I'm excited to get into this after 17 years. Goodness gracious. It's almost 2 decades I've gone by since I've played this. How's that? I even had to like rethink. Is that been 2 decades almost? Yikes.
You need to collect 20 of these so I can power the heat shield for your A-Grab zoomer.
But I really like this first one. The second one gets kind of edgy and dark and like a GTA type deal. I still like that one, but it felt like it was really trying to be that Grand Theft Auto. It was trying to be Ratchet and Clank and stuff, and I actually did like Ratchet and Clank more. Please do not remove the memory card in your PlayStation 2. Okay, I won't. But I like Jak 2 and Jak 3. I still really liked those games, but preferred Ratchet and Clank. Oh, it's saving to my memory card. I think what a fun stream would be is actually loading up a PlayStation 2 or loading up a PlayStation 1 and looking through some of these save files, because some of them show the date you last played. I think that would be a fun... I would be playing probably a PlayStation game to go with it.
Hey, you found one of my scout flies. I sent 7 of them to each area to look for power cells, but the lurkers must have captured them all.
Okay. Also, music is unmatched in these platformers. So fun. But I remember this game being very difficult for the collectathon side of things. I never did collect all 100% of like the precursor orbs, all these orbs and stuff. Got him. Got a precursor orb.
Wow! That last scout fly had a power cell. I'll bet if you collect all 7 in each area, you can find even more power cells.
Power cells, getting them. Good little tutorial area. We're coming out of the island. You get to see part of the island. Introducing you to the concepts. Sorry. What are these things?
The energy of motion. Blue Eco allows you to run fast, break boxes, and even activate some precursor artifacts when you get near them.
Meister G says, you can feel the passion in their games. They don't make games just for a cash grab. They work really hard and make sure to deliver every time. They never disappoint for me. I'm right with you. Whereas this gen, a lot of people are doing loot boxes or trying to grab for your cash, like you said. Naughty Dog spends so much time and energy like innovating, especially with their motion capture stuff for like Uncharted. They really put it all on the line. I feel like every freaking game they put it all out there. Like reading about Last of Us development, and they were like, that game didn't come together till like the last 2 months. Like, we put all our hard work into that. And that's the hard thing about game development. You don't know if something's fun till pretty late in the development, you know? If it's all going to come together. I really respect them too, Meister. Zinju says, for his name, it just came about randomly. I was trying to come up with an original username without numbers or names that have been used before. Ended up with Zinzu. Okay, yeah. That, I had that kind of same issue too when I would make like forum names or something back in the day. I didn't want to do that either. Like, I didn't want to be like Gamer99. I'm with you, Zinzu. I follow you on that logic. What is this stuff? What did I just grab? I didn't listen to it.
How each blue eco cluster you pick up increases the time you can use its power.
Okay. Definitely agree about Naughty Dog. One of the most talented, my favorite every single of their titles, such high quality. Absolutely agree. None of their titles felt like a cash grab. None of their titles felt like, even Jak X, the kart racing game, which I would say is the probably the least memorable maybe of all their titles. I think that's fun. I think I had a really good time with that. And they are always dependable. I will always pre-order a Naughty Dog game. I say, out of everyone that's kind of disappointed me this gen, there's been a lot of disappointments from certain developers that have just like really taken the, I wouldn't say the easier road, but really kind of did some cash grabs and stuff. I mean, Nintendo and Naughty Dog are right there. And I would say CG Projekt Red, that's like the trinity for me of trust developers. What is your guys' like trusted developers? Because those are my three.
It can only be opened by approaching the door while channeling blue eco through your body.
I remember Crash Bandicoot for the first time on the very first demo disc that came with the PS1. Yeah. Crash Bandicoot 2 was the first PlayStation game I ever played. It was the first 3D game I got to see on a demo disc. My cousin got a PlayStation 1 for his birthday. And I was like 7 or 8. And I could not believe what I was seeing. I was so blown away playing Crash Bandicoot. I was like in heaven. Some of the most fun I've ever had gaming, period. And man, I love the Crash Bandicoot games. And those remasters are great too.
That's a blue eco vent. More concentrated than the floating clusters. This vent will give you a
Those
full
demo
charge of
discs,
blue
I have
eco
quite a
when you
couple of
use it
those
for the
still.
maximum time.
Look at that, I'm the strongest person in the world. Got another Precursor orb. Open sesame. Got a trophy.
Good work. The blue eco caused the door to open. With blue eco, you can breathe energy into all kinds of precursor artifacts that have laid
I don't remember this blue stuff at all in this game. It has been almost 2 decades. Which is really kind of messing with my head. I cannot believe it's almost been 2 decades since I... Oh my gosh. What's back here? I ain't buying it. That's all there is. There's something right here. Oh, water. I feel... If you go too out far in the ocean, and I believe Ratchet & Clank is the same way, they handle it the same way. This one you might just fall in the water and die, but I think there's a giant fish that will come and eat you. Someone stole that off somebody. This era was funny because it was a lot of Insomniac and Naughty Dog. I think they might have even shared similar, like, the same offices and stuff like that. But, they shared a lot of stuff to the point where if you buy these games, there was demos maybe for the other Ratchet & Clank that was coming out when you got Jak 2, stuff like that. And in the game, you could maybe find an Easter egg to Ratchet & Clank, or Jak and Daxter had like Easter egg stuff. Ratchet and Clank definitely had some Easter egg stuff, I remember. Because they were really tight knit, and I think they moved from the office or whatever, because in Gen 7, PS3, 360, all that, they kind of parted, and I stopped liking Insomniac's games as much, and that was when Naughty Dog really elevated for me. They really came into their own for me personally. I really kind of realized the quality of their games at that point. With Uncharted and Last of Us, it kind of became more apparent that I liked them more.
You can jump once, then jump again in the air to reach even higher ledges.
But they, Insomniac went ahead and did Sunset Overdrive for Xbox One. They did Resistance, at that time. But got another Precursor orb. But they did Resistance, which I played the first one and just thought that was okay. I wasn't blown away by Resistance. But yeah. Bungie used to be one of my favorites back in the day when the Halo games were out, but since they have been with Activision, they changed to a cash grab developer like EA. Missed the old Bungie. Couldn't agree more, Meister. I am right there with you. Destiny was a big disappointment for me. The other guys on the podcast stuff, they like Destiny 2. Cool, good for them. But I think even they can agree that the Bungie we knew is gone. They changed as a developer big time. I think this 10-year deal with freaking with Activision, they're on this 10-year deal to keep putting these Destiny games out. I thought that was the dumbest freaking move. Probably one of the dumbest moves in recent gaming history to me, because they have to kind of rush these games out. They've had tons of development issues. You can read about that in that book and online. The guy from Kotaku did it, Jason Schreier. But it's also in the book, Blood, Sweat, and Pixels, talks about the mess they had. You're planning on trying out Monster Hunter World. It's been getting rave reviews across the board. Yeah, I do want to try and get that somehow. Hoping maybe one of the guys get it and I can just nab it from them. I would like to. I've never played a Monster Hunter game. Are you a Monster Hunter fan? This would probably be my first. This would be my first one I would want to get into.
Boys, but that's nothing compared to the challenges that lie
Seems more my style.
Then no problem. You got the moves, eh, Jack?
We'd love to stay and chat, Big Green, but we're itching to get on with our adventures.
Fine. Adventure away then. And while you're
This was also the first game from Naughty Dog. One of the first platformers as well that had like this full voice acting. Like, there's voice acting they added. Like each gen, they just really pushed themselves. Naughty Dog did. So we've got voice acting. We've got this open world that doesn't have to load.
Get out of here!
Really cool stuff. What I do?
Some brave adventurers you two are. Back already and without clearing my block eco-harvesters. They're on the far side of the beach, boys.
Far side of the beach, boys.
Get moving!
There we go. That wasn't Geyser Rock. Little known fact as well, because I felt like a very extremely niche title from the Naughty Dogs. Actually, I think they outsourced it. They did outsource it, I think. And Insomniac did a similar thing with Ratchet and Clank. But there was a game called Daxter on PS1, and I still own it. I don't think it'd make for a very fun hangout to talk about. It was kind of a neat game. It was kind of like, it reminded me of the Gex series on PlayStation 1 with just freaking Daxter just going on, and I think they even go to like Matrix World and stuff. It basically was, thinking about it, a freaking Gex clone. And then Ratchet and Clank also, they did just Clank, which I don't even know if I played that. That came to PS2 and PSP. But they also made a Ratchet and Clank for PSP, which I loved having that on the go. Having a Ratchet and Clank on the go was so fun. There was a handful of really fun titles for PSP. Up here. I need to find the geyser. Okay, I remember that. Where you roll, you like jump further. Okay. Now I haven't played any of them beforehand. Monster Hunter World was the first one I played. It's good, I say. Are you playing with like a group? Are you just playing alone? I heard, or I saw some thread online. It said it's actually fine to play alone, if I remember correctly. But it seems like it's a game made, I feel like, for people to join in. But that's cool that you can play single player. Still a little occupied playing Persona 5. Man, that looked so good, but I was very intimidated by the length of that game. Really spooked me. It seems like 100 hours just to get through, like, the story, right? But it definitely looks freaking beautiful, and people really liked it, so. I'm gonna roll in this plane over here, see what this does. Oh, no, it blows me away. Okay, I was trying to do something. Trying to do some jack tricks. Didn't work out. Jack tricks. I've seen some people mentioning that they would be interested in a Jak and Daxter like remaster or a sequel. I think it's about time. It's getting there. I mean, they put out this remaster, which I thought was cool, but I kind of want them to keep pushing forward on just new stuff, like Last of Us 2, and make a new IP or something. Where is this beach stuff? I just went through all this. Where is this? Did I not have to do that? He said it was on the other side of the beach. Did I just waste a bunch of freaking time? That's so funny. It's the same piranha plant from Crash Bandicoot. I like Insomniac, but I feel the Resistance trilogy was a bit of a letdown. I remember when I got Resistance 3, I was disappointed and was expecting Ratchet and Clank quality because I love them. Says Meister G. I am in the same boat. My friend got Resistance. Like I said, I played Resistance 1. It was fine for like a launch title, you know. Just okay. It was cool to see, you know, at first-person shooter at launch, you know, with HD graphics. That was cool. It didn't really stick with me. I don't really remember any of it. Resistance 2 and 3 my friend got, and I kind of watched him play, but it's okay. This even music sounds like Crash Bandicoot. I love that I forgot they put this piranha. Basically their version of Mario Brothers piranha plant. This is a jet booster thing that eventually you get, and I don't know if you get to ride it in this one, but you definitely get to ride it in Jak 2, because everybody's in this freaking open world in GTA, you can steal those vehicles from people. Sandover Village. So see, there's no loading times. How amazing is that? Random question: which scene Last of Us kind of affected you the most emotionally? Well, if you're watching live or if you're watching this archived later, after the stream is over, skip ahead because I will spoil a little something from Last of Us. But one that just shot me in the gut. I don't know, there was quite a couple, but the one that just really, I don't know, got to me and made me respect, like nobody else was doing what Naughty Dog was doing, was when they meet up with the father and son. And that son, again, spoiler warning. You can skip a little bit ahead if you'd like, but when that kid gets turned and they have to shoot him,
Flies are always in red boxes.
and they shoot the kid, it happens, and then it cuts to like on the screen, spring or winter or whatever the next season was. I think it was summer or something. And I was blown away by that. One, because it just was a shocking thing to happen. And two, because any other developer with a poignant like moment like that would have sat forever. Oh, we shot him. Oh my gosh, he's gone. Oh, I can't believe it. Oh no, like what do we do? He is dead now. I can't believe it. I'm so upset. And this just let you sit, like it just shot that moment in your heart and then just like moved on. And I just thought that was really great storytelling, because you're just you're in the next season, you're like, oh, they felt that, like that affected both of them. Seeing that, I don't know, that just took a lot of guts to do what they did. And the other one is probably the ending. Well, emotionally, yeah, I would say emotionally maybe too. The ending is just, again, spoiler alert, Joel asking, you know,
If you two fix the eco beam, I'll give you a power cell.
do you trust me or something? And she says, yeah. But it's so ambiguous of,
You're interested in making a contribution to
is it yeah in the sense of like, I know you're lying, but let's just move forward. I just know you're a liar now that you're going to lie to me. Or yeah, and of, it was so ambiguous. It was like, okay, I'm trusting you. I hope you did not lie to me. To the point, it was such an incredible ending that when Last of Us 2 got announced, I was kind of upset. Not upset, I just was like, do we need a sequel? But I listened to their kind of PSX kind of hangout thing, and they said they had the same battles, and I trust Naughty Dog, so I was just like, I'm in. Like, I think they even mentioned, like, yeah, that ending or whatever, like, we're going to build on, like, those kind of, like, like, what was happening in Joel and Ellie's relationship. But that is, hands down, one of my favorite games of all time. Incredible from start to finish. And you can see just in each game, they build upon, like, Jak 2, okay, we're open world, but now we're, like, GTA, we're doing this, we're trying that out. Okay, Uncharted, we've entered the HD era. Like, how do we make all these incredible how do we pull everything we can from the cell processor? You know what I mean? Like, they're standing on the shoulders of their past accomplishments, and it's just really cool. Especially going, like, to this and kind of seeing where they came from, and seeing stuff like even homages to Crash Bandicoot, you know? But that's my question. Or that's my answer. Sorry for that long, drawn out answer.
I get it. Like a sidekick.
As a matter of fact, without my muse, I just can't sculpt. But with her around, I see beauty in everything, you know?
But what a huge jump this is from Crash Bandicoot. Of just like running in these linear levels. I mean, there's some paths you could take or whatever different, but the most part, like these linear,
Parcel if you bring her back to
not
me.
big draw distance levels to open world voice acting. Like I love how much they pushed,
The island.
you know,
Are we?
I love how much they pushed themselves. Naughty Dog. Don't like these freaking camera angles in some of these some of these houses. I think after The Last of Us 2 comes out, Meister G says, I think Naughty Dog will make an original IP. Here's to hoping. I was fine with Uncharted 4. Or Uncharted 4, I think I even had problems like, did we need Uncharted 4? Glad I got that. Last of Us 2, I think, pretty happy once I heard more about that. We get a sequel to it, but I'm ready after Last of Us 2 to see a new IP. But it's kind of late in this gen. So I wonder if we won't see one. Maybe Last of Us 2 might be their last, like, this gen game. They might have skipped this gen for, like, creating a new IP. I don't know. They might have taken this gen off to, like, maybe come up with ideals for next gen. I don't know, it's pretty late in the game. I definitely want to see a new IP from them. Another fly. Taking out some enemies here.
Alright! Treasure!
Maybe their new IP will be a launch title for PS5. That'd be awesome. That would sell some systems. That would definitely sell some systems. Did any of you guys in the chat get a PS4 at launch? Or I'm just assuming you guys have a PS4. That was such a neat experience because every launch I feel like sucks in some way because developers have not had the amount of time they need to put out like really good quality content. They need a couple years. Like in this gen I felt like 2015. It took 2 years for good, like very good stuff to start coming out. Bloodborne, Metal Gear Solid 5, games like that. But I thought it was really cool what they did. What is that? What the frick was that? They did something really cool on the PS4. They had like a mini, like keynote thing. What are these? They just pop up. They had a mini like keynote thing announcing like here's what games are on the horizon, and they did that on launch night. So I'm at the midnight launch, and that's when they announced Uncharted 4 and stuff like that. And as mixed as I was at first to the announcement, I was like, that's kind of cool. Like, you're not going to get everything you want at launch, but that's neat that they're kind of saying, here's what's on the way, here's what's coming along, you know. I don't think I got your first part of the message, Zinzu. Unless you're correcting something that Meister G said. Where what? I really dislike Killzone Shadowfall, and that was a launch title for PS4. Yeah, that was one of the games I got for PS4 at launch. Because there wasn't really much to choose from. And it was fine. It did what kind of felt like Resistance did, which was like, here's the graphics. It's definitely not a game I'm not itching to go back and play. Yeah. I'm just super glad for Guerrilla making branching out and trying Horizon. I really had a fun time with Horizon. I give that a rad on my review scale. I love this bird putting out exploding bags. I can't. Oh, I bet I need the freaking blue for these. It's funny how much game design has changed since then, because I feel like they're starting to figure out how to design open world here. Or bigger spaces. If you played Banjo-Tooie, I might do a hangout of those games sometime and talk about kind of their approach to game design. Was we have all these fun things from Banjo-Kazooie and 3D platformers. He nabbed the power cell. Kick his big bird butt. Gosh almighty, can I kill this bird? But Banjo-Tooie was so large for the sake of it. I don't hate Banjo-Tooie, but it just was like, I'm running, you know, and this does this a little bit better, but the areas are getting bigger. They're at least putting some more stuff to do here and there. Banjo-Tooie, I think, was 2000 when that came out, so around the same time, it's like all these developers kind of learning from each other and growing. So now we've got these big levels. How do we put stuff in? To the point where I think this gen, with like open world games, incredible, this generation of open world games. I think they've mastered it. Like between Breath of the Wild, Horizon has its issues in certain parts, but like design wise, I think these games are pretty great, consistent wise, of gameplay loops. And you go here and oh, this is, now you're doing this challenge, oh, then this happens. Whereas these games are still trying to figure out what to do with all this open space. They now have the space to take the player. You know what I mean? Here is the... Wow, I remember this beach, but I don't remember, like... I remember the characters, but... Master G says, I thought Horizon was great. Yes, it was a fun time. I'll have to get the DLC sometime. Called I Am Healed completely. I tried to get one at launch, but it was completely sold out. A month after launch, I went into my local game store and placed an order. Got the call the next day. There's one PS4 left. Man, it was hard to get a PlayStation 4, huh? It was definitely sold out a lot of places. And what is so funny, have you ever heard us talk about like Xbox or our problems with the Xbox? I loved, oh frick, I'm about to die. How do I, okay. Got an Xbox original, loved Halo on it. Xbox 360 was like my main console for the first half, good chunk even the second half of... I want the vibrations on. Get me out of here. Get me out of here. Love the 360, and then I was already planning to pre-order an Xbox One. And when it came time to do the pre-order, this freaking thing. It sounds like Yoda. The collectors.
Congratulations, but you have so much to do. I won't waste
So
your
much to
time.
do, you have.
By the way, if things don't work out,
If
Daxter
things don't
will
work
get
out,
a job controlling the
Precursor
village
orbs
from-
you can get. But I was so set to get an Xbox One. So set. I was like, I'm getting both at launch. I'm down. And then that always online crap came, and the Kinect that was with it, and it was $500 versus $400, and the PS4 had more fun games on the horizon. They gave me a reason to not get a sell. Like, that was a day one auto purchase for me, and they screwed the pooch. And I still feel like there's no reason for me to get an Xbox One. The stuff I was interested in, that like Cuphead, Microsoft kind of published that. It's on PC. Still, I'm not giving me a reason to get one. What is this? Okay. I want to collect all these Precursor orbs, and some of these are so hard to find.
Punch those poles up from below.
There are so many of these. I got so frustrated as a kid trying to 100% this and just could not do it. Couldn't freaking do it. Another Precursor orb. You should get one. My name's Daxter. Do you have a PS4 Pro? No, I do not. I think it's cool. It feels like a mid-gen like refresh, like a PS4.5. The Xbox One has Xbox One X, but I just don't have the money right now. Great draw distances. Look at that. You can see that original place we came from over there. That is a miracle coming from PlayStation 1 days and stuff. Like, seeing PS2 games, I thought this cannot get any better. I was like, we've reached peak graphics when I saw the PlayStation 2. I wonder what I'm doing now. I wish I could just move the camera. Is there a way to move the camera up? Anyway, come on. Graphics option, game options. Any way to fix the camera? No. We can play in a different language. What should we play in? Spanish. Ooh, maybe I shouldn't do this. No, I can do it. It's just circles opciones. Options of sound, options of graphics, options of play. Okay, I can get back, because when I would play sometimes Japanese games, you kind of have to just fiddle through the menus, and it gets kind of dangerous. Now I've changed all the monsters to Spanish. Do you have a PS4 Pro, Meister? What happened at the end of the last stream seemed a bit creepy. Oh. Yeah, it was real weird.
Hey, gaviotas. Vamos a espantarles para divertir.
Wow, that's Daxter's voice actor? I forgot this game gave you all the voice acting. That was another thing they gave you. They did voice acting for all these people, and then you get all of them. You got all the voice packs. Yeah, I don't know what happened in the last stream, Meister G. I'm not like... There's some... I don't know. It's messed up.
Vale, tenemos un lanzador de Precursor aquí, pero como no le has aplicado energía azul, no nos servirá de nada.
Do any of you know like another language? I took Spanish in high school, and I still like practice around with Spanish like daily. I do like some Spanish stuff. Just to kind of, know a different language and keep your brain sharp. And I can't hear that fast. Some of this stuff. Where do I go now? Do I go back to that guy because I helped him? And how do I get up there? So many questions. This is another thing that kind of they fix in later gens. Like, there was more like apparent things of where you're supposed to go. Like, maybe if I had it off Spanish, maybe I'd know where to go next. But okay, this is new. New little treasure chest. You gotta get 50 to get a next thing. I'm waiting to get a PS4 Pro till it goes down a little bit in price, because I really, really want to play Death freaking Stranding in 4K. That game looks unfreaking real, and the stuff they've shown has been shown on up. Oh my gosh, I died.
Bueno, esto mejor tú que yo.
Daxter's voice in Spanish is freaking good. But I want to see Death Stranding in freaking 4K. I'm gonna talk to Grandpa down here. Which house is he? Up on the hill. Up on the hilltop, and dear's the Santa Claus. Can I double jump yet? Yeah, I can. Let's talk to her.
Nena, ¿qué te parece si te doy una vuelta en este zoom antigravitatorio?
Sounds just like the other Daxter.
Regla número 1. No salgo con animales.
Vaya, pues no sabes lo que te pierdes.
Escucha, si quieres estar ocupado con algo, mi padre siempre hablaba de una antigua tubería de Precursor escondida profundamente bajo tierra. Algunas de estas tuberías acaban en respiraderos por los que sale eco, y algunas han sido selladas para que el eco quede encerrado. Debe de haber una manera de abrir los respiraderos sellados. He seguido el rastro de la tubería hasta el templo prohibido. Tal vez deberíais buscar allí algún interruptor.
People that join the stream gonna think this is like a Spanish stream. It's not. It's English with a Spanish twist. I was thinking of getting it for Christmas, but I thought, what's the point? Because the PS5 is probably coming out soon. That is a concern, huh? But my other concern is I gotta see Death Stranding in 4K. I've got to see it.
Oh, son los conquistadores. Bien, quería hablar con vosotros dos de cosas serias. Parece ser que hay cierta actividad lurker en Misty Island. Puedo ver cómo
Misty
bombardean
Island,
el
that's
silo
Misty
Precursor
Island.
desde mi observatorio. Si los lurkers lo abren y liberan el eco oscuro, podríamos acabar todos con el aspecto ridículo de este molesto espécimen.
This is helping me with my Spanish.
Jak, es el momento de que demuestres lo que vales. Consigue que el pescador te deje su barco para ir a Misty Island.
Misty Island.
De Precursor y acaba
Misty Island.
¿Y qué hay de mí?
¿Tú? ¿Por qué no friegas el suelo? Parece haber perdido brillo últimamente.
Let's try a different language out.
Sabio azul. Hola. ¿Dónde diantre estará?
Let's try a different language. Let's try Italian, English, French, Dutch. I don't know anything about Dutch. Let's try that. Okay, just so we know where to get back to. It's the top option. Yeah, but the only crap on, yeah, get me out. The only thing too is if I get a PS4 Pro, I got to get a 4K TV, which we talked about in the last podcast. That now is the time. The prices are down, but along with the PS4 Pro, that's a big chunk.
Wenn ihr im verbotenen Precursor-Tempel sucht, schafft ihr es bestimmt, die verschlossene blaue Ego.
Do any of you know another language? Loving these camera angles. Okay, I gotta change back to English because I just realized I gotta English. There we go. Because I gotta start talking to people now. I gotta start talking. What's up if you're just joining us on Twitch or on YouTube? Say hello. Don't be scared. Do not be afraid. What's this person saying? Yep, Vietnamese and Italian. Interesting.
You don't look so good yourself.
So you're speaking 3 different languages, you know.
You know, yesterday
Are you Vietnamese or Italian, or are you just a regular old Joe like me? A regular old Joe. That's my race.
I've piled some hay down at the base to catch it safely. Do an old lady a favor, and I'll give you a power cell.
Guess what I'm asking is, did you come Are you, or where are you where are you at, I guess? Are you in America? Are you in Vietnam or Italy? That's a better way to ask the easiest question. Punch this bull just because I can. Some music.
Gotta milk those yak cows. Gotta milk those yak cows. Oh, it's you. Oh, just resting my tired bones. I've been trying to get those ornery yak cows back into the pen all day.
Oh, so see, punching them was good. Punching these cows was a good thing.
Trying to get them back into the corral.
I was doing the right thing. Coming out soon is the Crash Bandicoot art book. I think it's called like something making the marsupial. Could be wrong, but I have got a pre-order on that. Anything with like Crash Bandicoot or Naughty Dog in general. And I do have another art book I just remembered that shows like Uncharted series, and I think it goes up to Last of Us. Like art, like concept art and stuff. So if you guys are into that kind of stuff, check that book out. They're not much at all. They're very inexpensive. Got some screen tearing going on. Fire
You don't have enough power cells to fuel my heat shield. You can't cross Fire Canyon until you collect enough power cells.
Who is that voice actor? I feel like that's the same. She's done some other stuff. I'm about to look it up. Someone in the chat, if they can. Who is this voice actor? And if see if you can find like their IMDb or something of that chick. The chick that just spoke. I love this. Look at this with this animation. I love how he wades through that is cracking me up. I'm an equivalent old Joe. I'm Vietnamese but was born here in Australia. The high school I attended had a lot of Italian people. Wow, what a cool mix. I talked to them daily for years and became fluent in it. How about that? That is really interesting. That is such a cool little mix of cultures there. Vietnamese, but born in Australia and was around a lot of Italians. Wow.
Funky sculptures sitting on the rocks over there.
What a cool mix. I met some Iranian people today for my work. Oops, didn't mean to do that. It was just learning about like Iran and the stuff over there, and it was really interesting. One thing they said that I thought was interesting was I asked them, what's the difference between, like, what's the biggest like culture shock coming from over there to over here? And they said that, I'm gonna try to do that roll thing. It didn't work, almost worked. They said that over there, here people go to bed like 10, between 10 and 11 sometimes. And over there, people were going to bed at like midnight and 1 a.m. and waking up at like 10. It's much more relaxed time-wise of stuff. I thought that was really funny. Like there's people out in the streets at like midnight on a weeknight. The last time I saw that was when Pokemon Go came out, and around my town there was people out
This must be a precursor oracle like the sage always goes on about.
The sage always goes on about. We're out on a weeknight at like freaking 11 a.m. and then it came midnight and there's people still out playing Pokemon Go and I was like, man, does anyone have a job?
Awakens the oracle.
I remember this voice.
Once you has the light within. From before time, I have watched and waited for the true hero to return. Present to me 120 precursor orbs for each power cell I contain. For your gift, another power cell is yours.
There are so much. Oh, you can get 2 each one because they're each in his eyes. Do I have another? How many do I have? 30. He'll probably just cuss me out if I try to get his other one. Yeah, I could not 100% this game. There are some freaking hidden precursor orbs everywhere. Okay, we got some new information. Just had a look up for you. Kira, tomato, was voiced by Tara Strong. She also lent her voice in Metal Gear Solid. Yes, I was going to say that. I should have said that. Rewind the stream and edit in later if you have time. Myself. I won't do it. I was going to say I heard a hint of Meryl from Metal Gear Solid. But she did Final Fantasy as well. What'd she do? Does it say which Final Fantasy? Which one? Could have been Riku from Final Fantasy X. Kingdom Hearts. I mean, she could only be Kairi from that. Lots of K names she is doing. Ratchet and Clank and animes. I knew that was Meryl's freaking voice. I knew it. You gotta go with your gut reaction, guys. Thank you for looking that up. Yeah, she was the voice of Riku. Okay, I was about to say, I was like, what voice was she in that? I'm gonna try to guess the others. You let me know if I'm right. So I guess the Final Fantasy 1 Kingdom Hearts, she had to be Kairi. I don't know of any other female, like, unless she did one like the Disney characters. And you let me know if I'm right about Ratchet and Clank. I don't know. She's probably voiced some of the. She probably voiced one of those characters you meet in the world. I don't know what that would be. Wow, about locked up Jak here. I hope I'm right about Kairi. I don't know what the heck she was from. Fish in the water. Fish in the water. Wow, that's not what I wanted to do. Normally this move would, in other games, like jump and you kind of punch, but this punch is straight down. There's no way to like, oh, I can do the circle. That's what the circle's for. Goofball me. There we go. Now we're fighting. Great animations in this game. Okay, you can really smack those away. Precursors everywhere. I just want to pick up all these freaking precursors. Haha, good voice. She voiced Riku again in Kingdom Hearts. Oh! Kyra is voiced by Hayden Pantier. I forgot Riku is in Kingdom Hearts. Forgot about that. Man, this has been great to jump back into these games. What's over here? You know who is my favorite? Probably cliche to choose this. The favorite voice actors is I really liked Troy Baker as Joel, and he was in basically everything from that year that came out in like 2013. He was in so many roles. He also did I forgot his name from I'm like stuck. From Last of Us, one of the villain characters.
And then he talks like this, and hey, your name's Ellie.
I think she has a really cool range of characters. Or no, he doesn't do that. I'm an idiot. That's freaking Nolan North. I'm an idiot because he did Uncharted. He did Nathan Drake. I got that backwards. If you're watching right now, ignore I ever said that. That was a mistake.
Nolan North did this voice, and I thought that was a good character too. You know, trust me, I understand. We're just hunting out here. We're not gonna hurt you.
Great voice actors in that. Great cast of characters in that. This area is coming back to me in my memories. We're running through here trying to find freaking one gosh darn freaking precursor orb I'd missed. What's up? If you're joining us on Twitch or YouTube, say hello. Feel free to say hello. What's going on tonight? Have you played Jak and Daxter? Do you like Jak and Daxter?
And break the mirror diverting the precursor beam.
Yeah, let's do that. Can I ask about why did Australia, was it a certain community in Australia where you were at that just had a lot of Italians? I just don't really put that together, like Italians and Australia. That's interesting. Because we've got places in the city where I'm at, near Cincinnati, that are like little areas where it's like Spanish restaurants and Spanish like stores and stuff like that. They have little communities here, but I've never heard of Italian communities in Australia. That's interesting. I'm breaking this goofy thing. There's a lot of glass breaking for such a...
Those tower doohickeys scattered all over the jungle must redirect the eco beam. Let's go fiddle with them.
Let's go fiddle with them. Let's do that. Let's go fiddle with them. Yeah. We just gotta fiddle with them. All you gotta do is fiddle with them. Well, the problem is, I don't know where it went. I can't see nothing. I sound like a 1920s mob boss. Come on, boss. There's two Precursor down there. Let's go down there and get them. Let's try and grab them down here. Ouch. Man, they don't play around with getting hit, do they? I wish I could move the camera down. I want to see. That is definitely a flaw in this game. I'm gonna have to watch the shadows on the ground. And the jumping doesn't feel as good in this game as it does in Ratchet and Clank. Ratchet and Clank, you're jumping side to side and strafing with the weapons, and then you can like boost off or kind of float with Clank. It all comes together, I think, nicely. This is kind of some weird movements at sometimes, you know? The town I lived in during the high school years, Zenzu says, was pretty much an Italian town. Kind of like it's a version of Chinatown. Interesting. What a cool mix of cultures there. I want to jump higher. This camera needs a little bit of work. A little bit of WD-40 in this.
Do me a favor and keep away from those dark eco boxes.
Okay. I'm about to die. I'm about to get knocked out unless I can get some more green eco stuff. Great music in this. Where am I going now? I gotta go fiddle with him. Where'd I go fiddle with him at? I can't. How do you get up there? I'm gonna jump up. If you had the chance to watch The Last of Us one night live, it features the voice actors reenacting the scene. Troy Baker totally killed it. Yes. Everyone, if you're watching this right now, please take time and check that out. They reenact with the live voice actors. I'm going down here. I don't care if it kills me. They reenact some of the moments from the game in live, live action with the voice actors. How freaking cool is that? How freaking cool is that? That was... I loved it. Yeah. They also did the performance for the alternate ending for Last of Us. Troy actually sang in it. That was really funny. Yeah, that was a fun little... That was a little funny little... I forgot about that.
What a weird-looking thing! I'll bet we can get this open if you power up with that zappy blue eco stuff.
What a weird-looking thing! I also really liked how they opened up their PSX panel for Last of Us Part 2. Excuse me. Oh my gosh. They performed the song from that trailer. I think is what it was. From the first trailer. And that's how they opened the panel. I just think Sony's just doing so many neat, classy things with their keynotes and stuff. I thought that was really neat. Oh, I gotta dive under here. Man, swimming in games is always hit or miss. There we go. Get up so I don't die. There's more. Why am I collecting these? I'm just addicted to collecting these freaking things. Got a precursor orb. I love all the different animations. They have so many animations for him. Getting a precursor orb. I like this music a lot. I bet we can open this up with a couple more blue things. Well, let's do it. We're running over here to open up this door. Oh, it's a bunch of orbs. That's just for. My name's Daxter. I loved Last of Us. I loved the DLC for it. It was fun. Very cool. I really like that Lost Legacy. That's more of an expansion pack than DLC. But that was really neat. Oh, what's this? Oh, okay.
Line up the beam by pointing it at the next tower.
Oh, gotta fiddle with him. I just had to fiddle with him.
Hey, we can follow the beam to
Yeah,
find the
Sony
next
has
tower.
really got it into an art form when it comes to conference nowadays. Absolutely agree. Their last few E3 shows was great to watch. Looking forward to this year's conference. Yeah, I felt this last one was kind of a little tempered down from past years, but I mean, you might have heard us from our reaction video if you watch that. Totally fine, because they pack every freaking quarter. Every season was something to look forward to. Like, we got God of War and coming up here soon, and Dreams is coming out this year. Like, there's always stuff on the horizon. And I was like drowning in freaking games last year, so I was praying for a relief. So I was kind of like really kind of relieved last year. It was a little tempered down. We got Shadow of Colossus. That was a cool surprise. That comes out next week. I'm kind of glad it was kind of tempered down. But yeah, they've nailed it down. They have that one in 2016. Was it 2016 where they had the? That was when they first had that big like band and like the symphony and stuff. I thought that was really classy, wasn't it? I loved that. Yeah, there's no bullcrap. There's no like talking. There's no developer coming out and going like, yeah, here's how you jump. It's just like boom, boom, boom. Here's game. Like, no bullcrap. And I've even joked about being like kind of a Sony fanboy, but I wish that more people would I wish that Xbox kind of looked at what Nintendo and Sony is doing. Both. I think Nintendo's doing great with their keynote stuff. I just think some of their conferences, not just Xbox, like EA's and stuff like that, was kind of dragging on, you know? Like, get to the freaking point and show the games. And Sony learned how to cut out even having a theatrical performance and all that stuff. They were, it was classy. I don't know. Classy is the best word for it. Classy is too what I would explain. I don't know where this freaking, I can't look up at the camera, so I can't see where this thing's at. But I would, I'd say classy is Breath of the Wild too. In the way that it kind of talked about its legacy and had the music and stuff like that. I think they did an outstanding job. And we'll definitely be streaming or recording, I should say, our reactions to that this year. Maybe streaming. That might be something in the cards. Hint, hint. I love that I can't jump up on this. I love that I can't jump up. I don't know where I'm going. I don't have a lot of direction. What's up, Madrobi? Madrobi says, hey, sorry, can't stay long again. That's okay, Madrobi. What's up? You got another occupational, what was that? Occupational safety or something? Book to read or something? Why'd I do that? Okay, show me the freaking thing. There, we got a precursor orb. Tired, okay. I feel you, dude. Not tonight. Well, thank you for joining in. We're just playing Jak and Daxter, remastered for PlayStation 4. I got this for free from pre-ordering Uncharted Lost Legacy. What a cool little treat that was. I wish they would port more things from PS2 onto the PS4 store. I would love to have more remaster stuff. You know what number 1 on my list is? Xenosaga series. Please. If you guys played those games, put those on the... Get those freaking remastered. Like, please, where are those at? Speaking of conferences, the first video I came across from your channel was the video of when you guys were all watching Sony's E3 2016 conference. That's really cool. I was going to start asking more people, like, where... I have in the past, like, where did they find me? I think Madrobi or someone said they found us from, like, a related, like, suggested video or something. That's really cool. That E3 2016 was such a weird experience. Because it was very last minute. I had the channel on E3 2015, but I didn't do reaction stuff. But then Sony's E3 2015 was so bonkers that I was like, we gotta set up a camera. Let's set up a camera. We set this camera up very extremely last minute, up to the point where I think the Sony's E3 2016 conference kind of cut out at times because my camera at the time was cutting off. Very last minute, but I'm so glad we did that because I think it's fun to have that kind of stuff stored. But that one really did good, view-wise. So that is interesting. That's where you found us. Where in the heck do I go? Can I do anything? Can I warp somewhere? Can I warp somewhere? Can I get anywhere? Okay, I need to go in that door, duh. Right in front of me. I need to get in this thing. Wait a second. I bet that... What's this do? Oh, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. This was a duh moment. A duh moment. Those are the worst enemies right there. We need to get to the top of the tower. Let's go. We need to get to the top of the tower. Love that big jump right there. I need to get another health thing. Oh crap. Come back. Crap, come back. I'm gonna run out of juice. I'm gonna run out of... Oh, crapola. Now what do I do? Okay, there's some right here. This is not enough. Or maybe it just goes. Okay, it just goes. Never mind, I don't need any. Is that a Precursor orb? Why did I do that? Oh, that's a freaking bummer. That is a freaking bummer. Why did I freaking do that? I'm so upset right now. I can't even breathe right now. I can't even breathe. Oh, I'm so mad at myself. Why am I doing these things that I'm doing? Jump. Okay. Now get me over there. I don't need to... Frack. I'm getting this because leave me alone. Come here. Come here. It's like being powerful in blue. I do not remember all this blue stuff. Okay, do not let me fall. I'm gonna try stepping across. I think that would be safer bet. Alright. Gosh, this camera sucks. There we go. Finally, gosh almighty. Another Naughty Dog game I enjoyed back in the day, PS1 days, was Crash Team Racing. It was almost as good as Mario Kart. Let's see that for the current generation, says Zinzu, sorry. Yes. That was a freaking rad kart game, to the point where I like that kind of more than Mario Kart in some ways. I thought that was so good, and I think after the performance and sales that Crash Trilogy did, I think you'll see a Crash Team Racing remaster. That might be on the table. That might be in the works, probably. I'm not like an insider or anything, but I just know sales-wise that did very well for them. But I think next is either a Crash 4, like a sequel. I know they made other Crashes outside of Naughty Dog, but I think you'll see a Crash 4, or what I think is actually about to happen is a Spyro the freaking Dragon remaster. I love jumping in this. I think that Spyro remaster is on its freaking way. We got Medieval. That was a big surprise for Sony's E3 2017 conference. Medieval. Who freaking had a clue that that was going to come back remastered? Very excited about that. The game was just okay, but I have nostalgia and tied to it.
Wow, did you see that? Blue eco-vents have been activated all over the world. I knew there was a way to turn them on. There must be places to turn on the other eco-vents as well.
Yeah. Nice. Got to lay down watching for a bit from bed. Nice, just throwing it up on there on the television. Getting cozy, Madroby. Nice. What is this thing? I was just about to mention Spyro. That would be a very fun stream. I have a lot to say. Anything about these like classic 3D platformers. What the frick is that? Boss time, guys. Get ready. Spit some blue my way. Oh, I can up here. Oh, you're just making a platform and punch you in your chin. Cool. Ah. Don't bite me. Make a bridge to your chin. There you go. Yeah. Oh gosh. If I hit once, I think it's over. Yup. Confirmed.
That looks like it hurt. Should I call for backup?
Lame. Man, the movement gets fixed, I feel like, in Jak 2. This feels kind of been spoiled by current gen stuff. Alright, we get it. Yeah, you're strong. Oh, don't hit him in the freaking front. Or they're spiked. Just make a bridge to your chin. There we go. I had like this weird hit them when their spikes are down. duh. I had this weird tradition, and I wasn't even planning it as a kid, but I loved Spyro 3 so freaking much. I liked the skateboarding. I was really into skateboarding at the time. You could skateboard in Spyro 3 that make a bridge to your chin. That I would play Spyro 3 after... Oh no. Spyro 3 after I beat it the first time, I'd play it yearly on New Year's. Like going close to like New Year's and stuff as a kid. I loved Spyro 3 and I wasn't even thinking, I was like, I'd play this every year. I loved playing. Wow, this is probably where some of the precursor orbs, look at that, you have to grab. It's probably where some of the precursor orbs I missed as a kid, is this stupid jumping on this thing and then it just pops out. How fricked up is that? Well, we're getting close to the hour mark. Wait, this is 2 hours? Oh my gosh, I've been streaming for 2 hours. Yeah, because I started at 6:30. Oh my gosh. Well, we're getting close to the exact 2 hour mark. So we'll probably close off around 8:30 Eastern. Probably 10 more minutes. And we'll call it a stream. But I've had a lot of fun talking to everybody. Now where do I freaking go? I might cut it out here in a second. So, returning to this game after 17 years. The charm is still there with the characters. I'm still very impressed what they were able to do. And this only gets refined in Jak 2 and Jak 3 and other platformers, and Ratchet and Clank kind of build on it. They do some good stuff. Sly Cooper I had fun with, but they do their own kind of stuff. They were my least favorite of the big three, but cool effort of the stuff they're doing. The camera I freaking hate. Oh my gosh, coming back, excuse me, back to this is kind of a drag in some ways. They look at this, like, I don't like what is going on right now, you know? Like what? What's up? But other than those problems, I love the charm to it. This game is close to my childhood. That will always forever be in my heart. I'm gonna like move so people don't like sick watching the screen. Love Naughty Dog's games, as we've talked about in this chat tonight. But yeah, some camera issues kind of keep it from being something more, I guess. Or not something more, but it's just like they're still fixing stuff, I guess they used to say. They're refining things. And they kind of do that in Jak 2 and Jak 3. They kind of learn from what they did wrong, what they did right. But the camera stuff, it's not something I don't know if I'm going to actually go through this game again. But it was really fun returning to Jak and Daxter. So thank you guys for watching. Any last words? Any last thoughts on Jak and Daxter that you want to get out and say to the world? What is that voice?
What do you have in the basket?
Nothing to talk about. Them monsters patrolling the ocean took a bite out of me fishing rig. And now they're gobbling up me catch. No matter what I try, I can't seem to catch a single fish in this river.
Woo! Maybe it's your breath.
Maybe it's your breath. Can I skip this?
Think you can do better. Try
I'm stuck in
scooping
here.
up river fish with a tiny net.
I got a
I'll
river
give you a
fish.
power set. If you can catch 200 pounds of them critters.
200 pounds of fish?
Use my speedboat to get to Misty Island. You want to try
Oh,
this
Misty
out?
Island. That was what the Spanish was. Yeah, let's
There are
fish.
2 types of good fish to catch.
I don't want to fish.
1 pound fishies and 5 pound fishies.
It was a nostalgia trip watching this game. It was a good stream. Have a good rest, buddy. Cheers. Cheers to you, to Zinzu, Madrobi, Meister G, the cool chat squad that I see pop up. Yeah, I ain't fishing. Missed. Well, thanks for watching, guys. This will be up archived on the channel. I should be doing some really cool streams coming up soon. So Thursdays and Sundays. This Sunday I will be busy a freaking again. I might stream later on Sunday. And then next, I think Sunday. Yeah, next Sunday I should have finally a guest. It's kind of hard to get us all kind of on anybody in the friend group right now. They've been kind of busy. But next Sunday I think we've kind of planned out a little cool stream. So thanks for watching. We're going to go out with one mega catch here as I close out the stream. One fish will get caught. Yeah. Cool, huh?
You missed the jumbo, laddie.